the New York vlog. I've got a New York hoodie because it's only appropriate. I am so excited for this vlog. I was just in New York for a little less than a week. I think it's my third time being there. So the last time I went to New York was right before the pandemic hit in January of 2020. So it had been a minute since I'd been back to New York, and I was really excited to go back. I was supposed to go over New Year's, and that didn't happen because of another outbreak. So I got to go this go around to visit friends and just kind of work and chill out for a little bit. I didn't want to feel rushed. I really didn't do a whole lot other than eat my way through vegan New York, because this was the first time that I had been in New York and been fully vegan. So I was just like really excited for all the options. I'm gonna just kind of take you through everything that I ate, honestly in the order that I ate it. I'm gonna let you know what was good, what was my favorite, what was the crowd pleasers for vegans and non-vegans, and which places I would definitely go again and what I would do differently. We're gonna scroll through their Instagram, we're gonna talk about the vibes, we're gonna talk about crowd pleasers for vegans and non-vegans. Some of the restaurants I ate were completely, fully vegan, plant-based. A lot of them did use the term vegan versus plant-based, which I know that's a whole nother vlog. If you are interested in going to New York and trying out some of these vegan spots, this is the video to watch. So let's get into it. When I got into town, we stopped at an Italian spot that was a couple doors down from their apartment in Soho. It was late at night. We had just went to Washington Square Park right around the corner. And it was like, I was just like, oh, I just want a glass of wine. So we show up, there's a bottle of wine, and it was at Pepe Rosso's. And that is just like a little Italian joint. They've been there since the 90s. So cute. There's only one table inside. Everything else has kind of moved to the outside, but it was hopping. Like people were coming in and out with pickup orders constantly. And they were incredibly nice. You could tell, like, just good people to be around. They didn't have anything specifically like marked on the menu as vegan, but the guy that was running it, the owner, I'm not really sure who he was, he suggested I get the rigatoni mushroom, peas, broccoli, and spinach, which was just made with olive oil and a little bit of salt and pepper. And it was low-key amazing. Like, you know when you have veggies that are just steamed and cooked perfectly? That was this. Like the raw ingredients of this were so good that it really didn't need a whole lot, and I hadn't had that much wine yet, so I promise it was delicious. It's a great spot to stop for vegans, non-vegans. I don't really think that they have an Instagram. Let's look. They do have an Instagram. It's Pepe Rosso to go. I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly. So if you're looking through their menu, it's obviously not the most aesthetic, but it is good vibes, good people, would recommend. Next up on the list is JaJaJa, which is, I'm assuming, ha ha ha, and it was really cool spot. I just wanted some Mexican. Me and my friend Zach walked over to it, super easy. Everywhere that I went was mostly in Soho, but a lot of the places have multiple restaurants throughout the city. So you can always look on their websites and see kind of what places have what. But this place was such cute interior. The bar looked fantastic. Everything was just so unique. They had, you know, rugs draped over the seats. The staff was incredibly nice and attentive and came to us whenever we needed it. It was fantastic. So JaJaJa was fully vegan, really cool spot. I'll show you their Instagram because you're gonna be loving it. So they're obviously very popular, pink vibes, just really aesthetic, good eats. I'm literally salivating watching, like looking at this feed right now. So good. Are you kidding me? Everything, like, woo, goodness, that's beautiful. Like these drinks, amazing. It's just the best vibes, best spots. Oh, they changed colors. Oh, the feed changes colors. I love this so much. Everything is so aesthetic. Followed, obviously, insta-worthy. To start off, I am a huge mezcal girl. The first time I ever had mezcal was in New York. The first time I went, I think it was the first time I went. and it was in a basement bar, and it was meant for like, it was a mezcal bar. And it was life-changing, clearly, because I've had it everywhere that I go. So they had a pineapple and mezcal drink, and it was really cute. Came out in the cutest little glass, took a picture of it. But it was Peloton, mezcal, cilantro, jalapeno, pineapple, and lime. So I didn't taste as much of the pineapple or like citrusy vibes of it. It was a very smoky mezcal, but still extremely delicious, and you bet your bottom dollar I finished it. But I also ordered chips and queso, which was a new menu item. It is a melted coconut queso with diced tomatoes and poblano peppers, and it also comes with 3 dipping sauces. So it's perfect for if you like to try something tried and true, chips and queso. Everybody loves chips and queso. Everybody loves chips and queso. But this was, you know, vegan queso. So not many people have vegan queso. The consistency was chef's kiss, amazing. I thought it tasted delicious. But I also ordered the chorizo burrito, which is Spanish rice, fermented beans, guac, smothered with salsa and sour cream, presented beautifully with the flag of Mexico with the sauces. It was incredible, but I was pretty full by then, so I took leftovers, and I actually took my friend Zach's leftovers. He had the tacos, and he didn't eat it all, even though he said they were amazing. Again, he's not a vegan. Everything that he ate, he really loved. But the tacos were really full, so honestly, there needed to be another tortilla because everything that kind of fell out of the tacos was a lot of food left. So I took my chorizo burrito and the leftover tacos, as well as the leftover queso and dipping sauces, put it all together, and I had it the next day, and it was absolutely incredible. So for takeout, for eating in, for vibes, we're 10s. We're hitting all 10. So definitely 10 out of 10. They had multiple locations, so you can eat it at a few different places, but you could definitely tell if you went at night, which we went during the daytime, that the night scene would be popping because it was really fun. The only thing I do want to know is that it didn't seem like it was handicap accessible to the bathrooms, but otherwise it was really good. Then we went through Central Park, which is iconic, obviously. And then there's a place in Central Park called Boathouse, and I've always wanted to go there. It looks really beautiful during the spring. I went during the winter, so everything was dead. There was a couple of ducks, but nobody out canoeing. So it's just like a little, you know, little restaurant with the boats on the water, and it glistens and it's beautiful. Good vibes. Everybody was there. We went for brunch. It was a little bit fancier, like in aesthetics, but people didn't really seem to be dressed up, if that makes sense. Like there was definitely a range. We were at the bottom end, just, you know, rolled out of bed in, and there was people who were dressed really nice. So that one's kind of just I guess if you're strolling through Central Park and want a good drink or something to eat, that's a good spot to go. We did not have reservations. We just kind of popped in. But I bet during the spring and summer, whenever it is gorgeous out there, you'll need reservations. So this is the only Instagram I found for this restaurant. It is called the Loeb Boathouse. I'm assuming that's how you say it. But here's the vibe during spring. We did not see these views, but you can tell it is absolutely gorgeous. If you just go to this location map, you can kind of see the vibes of everybody that's posting there. They do not have many vegan options at all. When I asked for them, they were kind of salty about it, but I did get a plate of veggies, just a plate of steamed veggies, and I put some hot sauce on it. I put a lot of hot sauce. I requested the hot sauce. I put the hot sauce. It was pretty bland otherwise. It wasn't an intentional stop for vegan food, but they at least had something that I could eat, which was nice for, you know, if I wanted to get the scenery. And then I also tried their Bloody Mary. Not very spicy. I like my Bloody Marys full of spice and full of the goods, and it was not spicy. Thankfully, I had the hot sauce. So just put a little hot sauce in there, put a little black pepper. Don't say I would recommend for anything other than probably a good drink and just to see the view. Maybe if you wanted to get on a boat and go out, that would be awesome too. Next up on the list, I am so excited to relive this meal. This was probably, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, the best meal that I had. I keep getting brought back to another meal, which we'll talk about here in a minute. It's called Cadence and it's in the East Village. So worth going there. You do have to make a reservation as there's really only bar seating. When you go inside, it's like just full bar, no seats, no actual tables. But then in the outside portion, there was 2 tables. We sat out there for the vibes. Like on the inside, if you were inside, it would be really cool to sit inside. The bar is open to the kitchen. So the food, the serving, the drinks, everything happens right there inside in this little bar area. But the outside area, obviously it was a little bit cold because it was winter and there wasn't any music playing. I take the vibes wherever I go. So I had my phone playing some music. So it ended up totally fine, but I was enthralled with the food. So I grew up eating Southern food, fried chicken. We're from the Boot Heel of Missouri. The friend that I was visiting is also from the Boot Heel of Missouri. So we just have always grown up eating fried food, Southern food, soul food, but the kind that's not very good for you or the planet. So I was really excited and nervous to take her and her husband here because I just didn't know what it would be like. But my friend was actually really excited to go, and this turned out to be one of her favorite meals. Real quick, I will show you their Instagram. It's not very Instagrammable, but they've got some cool stuff going on, like how they make their smoked grits. Super cool. So I will say Cadence is vegan, soy-free. They have a black chef. They serve wines from black-owned vineyards, and everything is organic. So it is the epitome of vegan soul food that literally is good for your soul. They did recommend what most people do, which is order the entire menu. So what's different about this restaurant is that you don't get everything, you know, like an appetizer, salad, then you get your meal. You just kind of get things as they come. So we had one item, then we would wait, another item, wait. We didn't order a couple of menu items, but that definitely is the move if you have a group of 3 or more. We sat next to a group of people and they recommended the same thing, you know, order the whole menu. And this person said, I have done that, and now I know what I want more of. So that's what I'm gonna tell you is what I'm gonna want more of when I go back. Hint, it's literally everything, but there was a couple items that really stood out to me. We got the fried okra with the jerk sauce, the potato salad, the cornbread, which was maple butter cornbread with a bee-free honey and blueberry compote that went on it. So it wasn't on top of the cornbread, but it tasted like a dessert. And I'm not one of those people that likes sweet cornbread. I like savory, I just like the dry cornbread. I like sweet cornbread. It tastes like a box. This did not taste like a box. It was served in a cast iron skillet, and it was some of the best cornbread I've ever had. I had a bite of some Southern fried lasagna, and we ordered smoked grits, which came last. And then, like I said, we ordered the Cadence cobbler, which is just seasonal fruit, ice cream, and a blueberry compote, which I just can't describe to y'all how good all of this food was. And it was so incredibly filling, but not overwhelming. So that was one of the things that my friend said, was that she was able to eat all this food. It tasted true Southern soul food, but without feeling bad about eating all of the food. So that was one thing that I've learned since I've gone vegan. That was the very first thing that no one had mentioned to me, was that I would have a better relationship with food, and I 100% do, which maybe I'll make another video on that, but it just completely changes the way you eat when you know that you're fueling your body with really good food. And this was impeccable food. I want to go to the text she sent me because she made another reservation while I was there for another group of friends to go and enjoy it because it was that freaking good. She said it was by far the most guilt-free meal she had had in years. Also went in excited for the vegan factor, but right away was truly impressed with the Southern elevated comfort in general. Perfect meal. Really, that's all you have to say. Like, so well said. Like I said, these are not vegans, and it was a crowd pleaser. Her husband, Zach, was like, absolutely loved it too. Said it was one of the best meals he'd had since being in New York this year, and it was just absolutely incredible. I cannot say enough about it. If I went back, I definitely would order the potato salad again, and I'd also try the fried okra again because I ate those so fast, so fast. I don't even remember anything other than the jerk sauce because that's what came with it. It was just a blur because I was floating because that food was so good. If I could go back right now, I would. I'm getting lost in thought thinking about how good that food was. 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. The food was so delicious. I would say the vibes probably gonna be better if you sit inside. If you are sitting outside, make sure it's during the spring, and yeah, bring some friends, share some food. Would definitely recommend. Then the next day, so not sure we could get better than that. I was kind of actually worried that that was the best meal that I had and that I wouldn't have anything better. But I did have some really good meals after that. I went to JERRELL'S Brgr, and it was a fully vegan burger joint. It is bright yellow and pink. I will pull up their Instagram handle right now. So really cool spot, new late night vegan, plant-based burgers. One thing I do have to mention is this place stays open till 4 a.m. in New York on the weekends and 1 a.m. the rest of the week. So this is like a late night burger spot, perfect for vegans. But you can tell it's like bright yellow, bright pink, bright green, and just super delicious food. So I went there to get this. I really wanted their little emoji soft serve cup. They didn't have it. Part of the profits of that go towards sustainability efforts, which I thought was really cool. Still a really awesome place to eat. I got the OG burger, which was a double cheeseburger. It's got impossible patties, vegan cheese, lettuce and tomatoes, grilled onions, pickles, and JERRELL'S special sauce. We did ask for a side of the special sauce, but didn't get it. So I wanted to kind of taste it by itself. Altogether though, the burger was absolutely fantastic. The cheese is like exactly what you want off of a burger. Melts in your mouth, melts down the burger. Everything was made to order. It was just a walk up, you order it and sit down. They had a spot outside. With the pandemic, everybody has these outdoor restaurants now. So that's actually pretty cool, is that you're walking down the streets and everybody has outdoor seating that you can sit and enjoy and people watch. So I also got the loaded chili fries and a cookies and cream oat milk shake. So the loaded chili fries, I wasn't a huge fan. It was just a little bit too much. I think if I got it again, I would just get the like cheesy fries and not the chili, because I saved that to eat later and I never did, which is not a great sign. But I did save the other half of my shake because we got it very, very last after we ate and walked back to the house. And I ate half of it and I saved the other half for when I came back from the bars. That was the move. It was so good. Oh, it's just like, it was very, very sweet. You know, exactly what you'd expect from a really thick shake. Like, it was an extremely thick shake. You're working. You're trying to get toned while you're also eating this food. It was very thick, but I really like thick shakes. That might have been a hair thick, but it was really, really delicious, and I would get it again. So it's a perfect, fully plant-based spot to eat. I would say the service was okay. The vibes, there really wasn't any, just for the fact that it's a walk up and kind of sit down or take your food to go, but still really cool. I really liked the energy and the aesthetic they had going on, but the food was probably, we'll call it an 8 out of 10. Then we went for a planned group outing to an Italian restaurant, Il Brigante, and that is not a vegan spot at all. I was actually kind of worried that they would have anything for me, because if you've been a vegan, you know, look at the menu before you go somewhere. So yeah, I didn't see anything that they really had that I would be too impressed with. I'm not a big salad gal, so when someone says, yeah, you can have this piece of lettuce by itself with some olive oil, I'm just like, okay, thank you. And in New York, they charge you $20 for that. So anyways, I did go, and the service there was absolutely incredible. I got some wine, asked about if they had anything vegan. She did say that they didn't, other than, I think they might have had, like I said, a salad, but came back and said that they could make a couple of different items vegan for me. Just super accommodating, really nice. I don't remember what exactly the meal was, but it was just a red pasta sauce, just like a rigatoni with a little bit of basil. I added red chili flakes because it was kind of bland, but the red chili flakes really made it good. So if you're going with non-vegans and they really want something like that, Italian, and you just happen to hop upon this spot, it was pretty good. You can get something there, but I definitely wouldn't go back for anything else but the service, because other than the service, and it was just like a quaint, quiet little spot, it would be better for a date night if you were there and if they had more options for vegans. But yeah, nothing too special in my opinion, which I feel bad about saying, but this is a vegan food tour, so I'm just being honest. So like I said, I was there for almost an entire week. And twice I had Leon's Bagels, and it was a super cool spot that was really close to Sullivan Street in Soho, just like an open garage type where you walk up and order and walk out. They had a if you click build your own bagel sandwich, you can get your bagel with vegan cream cheese, and I get mine with onions because we eat bagels all the time in this household, and I love bagels, and I needed a bagel. Leon's Bagels is the place to be. Super cool. They had awesome music playing. I just went to their Instagram, and again, it says nothing fancy. And I would say that's kind of true. It's nothing fancy. It was just one person working, just making slanging bagels. So it was a really cute spot. Here's the location. Like I said, it's really small, but it's got really good vibes, and I really enjoyed being there. And they had options for both vegans and non. So that was a win. Another place that I went for coffee and just to work for a little bit was Joe and the Juice. There are multiple Joe and the Juice locations. I went to the one that was really closer to all the shops that are in Soho. But there's like a couple of smaller locations that are around town. This one was it was a pretty big location, really cool energy, really good vibes. I got the avocado sandwich, and I didn't expect much out of it, but this was an incredible avocado sandwich. Just ask for it without the mozzarella so that it's vegan. Then I got an oat milk latte and this chocolate and hazelnut chocolate square from their bakery. It was delicious. If you can picture like the cosmic brownies, but thicker and more decadent, that's what it was. They had the bakery items listed for if they were vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, whatever, or had all of the things. So it was pretty easy to find some options on their menu. And obviously it was really cute. Let's pull up their Instagram. I was able to work here. They had free Wi-Fi. A lot of people were there working. Just like me. So it was really good to just sit there and hang for a little bit. Their Instagram, they've got 152,000 followers. Everything is pink. laughing at this joke. Everything is pink and really cute. The vibes, so aesthetic. You can even tell by the pictures I took there that it was just immaculate vibes. So they were really nice. I would say for not that big of a meal, it was still really filling, really surprisingly delicious. And the vibes were incredible. So 9 out of 10. Beatnic was another spot that is fully vegan, so I was really excited for it. We did not go in, so I can't tell you the aesthetic or the vibes or the service of the restaurant, but I think they just rebranded everything. We got the mac and cheese, the chicky, and the buffalo cauliflowers. I would say I'm a big mac and cheese person, and the mac and cheese was okay. It had mushrooms or something in it, which kind of threw off the flavor for me, honestly. It was just like in a little cup, but I was kind of hoping for more. The chicky was really good. It was tempeh, and they give you dipping sauces with it, which the dipping sauces make it. We'll say that much. The dipping sauces make it, but the texture was 100% there. And then the buffalo cauliflowers, they were so good. They were covered in one of the sauces, buffalo sauce, duh. But they were really good. So I had not looked, I did see signs all over town for them because again, they're rebranding a little bit. I'll show you their Instagram. 100% vegan, 100% delicious. If I could win. Anyways, but yeah, you can tell they got 3 locations: Boston, New York, Rhode Island. Just a really cool spot. It's supposed to be like hip, you know, vegan. Oh, that looks like me eating in Washington Square Park. But anyways, yeah, it was really cool. Here's the cauliflowers. Very delicious. Ugh, okay. Maybe I'm rethinking this meal because it was really good, but I had so much other good food. It was just incredibly difficult to pick. So those are the little things on top that I was like, you know, not a huge fan of. Yeah, they're supposed to be like little bacon bits. I think they just need to workshop it a little bit. So yeah, that place was really cool. It was good for quick takeout. That was fully vegan. If you wanted to go sit inside, I don't know if you can, but either way, would still recommend for vegans and non-vegans. Then we went to the Pineapple Club, and that was really for drinks, and we got a little bit of dinner. The Pineapple Club has pineapples everywhere. I got a mezcal and ginger margarita. It was really good. I wouldn't say it was as good as the pineapple margarita at JaJaJa, but it was still really good. I just, for some reason, thought that there should be pineapples in everything because it's the Pineapple Club. It didn't say that there's gonna be pineapples, but I expected more pineapples. Regardless, it was really cute inside. The service was good, but the kitchen closed pretty early. So if you're gonna go there, I would go a little bit earlier in the evening, maybe make it a place for just cocktails and then get you an appetizer or something like that. I got the vegan wedge, which was one of the only vegan options that was on the menu. Again, I'm not a big salad gal, so I wasn't really expecting much. It was indeed a full wedge of iceberg lettuce, but it had miso tofu, vinaigrette, nori, and sesame. So for a salad, it was all right. It was a little bit hard to eat because, you know, it's a huge freaking wedge that you're just like chunking into. It wasn't that cute. Wouldn't recommend going on a date, first date there. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just kind of shoveling it in. The rest of the food that other people got who were non-vegans, they liked it. I wouldn't say they were raving about it, but the other people that we were with also just got drinks and they loved it for the drinks, the aesthetic, the vibes. Just to look it up, let's look up the Pineapple Club. So you can kind of see this is the mezcal ginger margarita. So that's another perfect little pick. I did eat that ginger, just straight up ate the ginger. Don't do that. For some reason, I thought it was a dried pineapple. I was wrong. But yeah, it's really cute. You know, if you want to go chill for a little bit, get a good aesthetic on the pink couch with the pineapples and you're good to go. Down to the last 2 places I ate for this vegan food tour. I kind of went out on my own the last day that I was there. So I was just doing my own thing and exploring, shopping, having a good time. I worked the rest of the trip and just wanted to have something good. I came upon Beyond Sushi. Now, I have been craving, wanting, needing some really good vegan sushi. I try to make it myself through TikTok videos and Pinterest, and I've actually kind of found some really good recipes, but nothing just really hit the spot. Like the texture is really hard to get. I went to Beyond Sushi. I asked what the most ordered items were, and the spicy jackfruit crab roll and the rainbow roll were the two main ones. The waitress's favorite was the spicy tuna, so I ended up getting the spicy crab jackfruit roll and the spicy tuna roll, and then I got some dry sake because I absolutely love super dry sake. I like it cold or hot. They had a really dry sake that I really liked. I just wish it had a different glass, but other than that, it was really nice in there. I was able to sit by myself and kind of watch the people shopping and going around. So it was a good spot to eat by myself and just kind of hang out. The sushi was so good. Honestly, it was in the running for one of the better meals that I had while I was there, just because I had been wanting vegan sushi for so long, and the taste was absolutely incredible. The jackfruit crab roll was the better roll. The textures were there, the consistency, the flavors, everything just tasted so fantastic. Both rolls were absolutely incredible. I'm just gonna go ahead and say 10 out of 10. I think that one, like I said, was in the running for one of my favorite spots that we ate next to Cadence. Let's look at their restaurant menu. So it is vegan, reimagined, 100% kosher. So that's really interesting. But they also have catering through City Roots New York, and they partner with an organization that helps to give back to the community. So another way that it's just really cool. Like these rolls, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, wow. Yep, definitely 10 out of 10, would recommend. And then the final place we ate was Dos Caminos in the meatpacking district. There's lots of Dos Caminos restaurants all around New York, but this place was really cute. It was like a building that's, you know, those corner buildings. So it was really like small inside, but they had multiple levels. So you can tell in the spring or summer when there's more people moving around, they're definitely going to be packed. We had reservations and we couldn't get in any earlier because it was still packed. They were said to have the best margs in New York City, and you know I love a good margarita, so I wanted to try it. It is the Tropical Storm, so it was voted the #1 margarita in New York City with Don Julio Blanco tequila, pineapple juice, lime juice, ancho chili salt rim with a habanero agave syrup. It was $17 for this one margarita. We did get a picture, which don't know if I would recommend doing again because it was a bit subpar for what I had amped up. I would say the other margaritas that I had were probably better. The bar was set so high on this trip for food and drinks that when I say like it could be better, it still was incredible. Does that make sense? You get it. We ordered the guacamole small, which he said was 1 avocado, but it was massive. We still had trouble finishing that with 3 people, so definitely wouldn't order the large unless your party is huge. Also got the warm chips and trio salsa. I'm a big salsa, spicy person. I like to try new things. They had a house-made salsa verde, roasted tomato, and habanero. So it was nice to get to try those couple different spices, put it on your food, give it a little bit of different flavor. I did put them on my tacos. So I got the vegan cauliflower adobo tacos. So it was just like crispy cauliflower with all of the things. They were really delicious. I would 100% recommend going there. If you're comparing Mexican restaurants, definitely JaJaJa is a better vegan restaurant because everything was vegan, everything was immaculate. The service was incredible. Dos Caminos didn't have that great of service. Truthfully, I had struggled getting a water. That doesn't say for the rest of the restaurant. We just got a waiter who really didn't care that much. But it was really good vibes. I liked being there. It was the last meal I ate. So, you know, take it for what it is. If I could have had Cadence or JaJaJa or Beyond Sushi again, I probably would have. But there's so many good eats in New York City. It's insane. So here is their Instagram. Again, they have the voted #1 margarita in New York City. Really kind of catfishing people, but the aesthetic is there. I mean, these margaritas are truly gorgeous. The food was presented incredibly nice. I would have liked to go there during the day because I think it would have been nice to kind of look around and see what they had. Close by, there was a Starbucks Reserve, and it was the biggest and nicest Starbucks I've ever seen in my entire life. I was shook. They had an 8-ounce coffee that was over $50. I mean, excuse me. I mean, it's New York, but hello, it's coffee. So that was a quick rundown of my vegan food tour. If I had to say what the top places you should go while you're in New York, it is definitely Cadence. Make a reservation ahead of time. Go in the spring or summer. JaJaJa, which you can go anytime. I would actually recommend trying it out at night to see what the nightlife is and having a drink at the bar. Anything you get there is gonna be really delicious. And Beyond Sushi was absolutely incredible just to have during the daytime for lunch. It wasn't too heavy, but it still hit the spot. If you're wanting a light, nice breakfast, there is tons of coffee shops. Joe and the Juice and Leon's Bagels are both good options. And then for a late night bite, definitely go to JERRELL'S Brgr. Get you a burger, get a shake or some ice cream, and soak up all of the liquor you might have been consuming. So if you go to New York and try any of these spots, please let me know. I would love to relive them through you if possible. Tag me, at me, comment and let me know that you went and what you thought of it. I would love to hear your feedback. If you have some recommendations for me next time I go to New York, let me know in the comments and I will 100% try them out. And if you like this video, be sure to like it and subscribe and let me know so I can make more. Now I'm off to make a mezcal margarita because I am craving one after this vlog, and yeah, I'll share that recipe with you too. So thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time.